Hey, it's Long from LD Legal LLC. I just wanted to do a quick video on the fallacy that most people believe is that if you have a last will and testament, simple, complex, what have you, that you've set it up so that your estate can avoid the hassle of probate, and that could not be further from the truth. To state it clearly, a will does not avoid probate. It is, in fact, instructions for how, well, not instructions necessarily, but it sets the parameters for how your estate will be administered in probate court. So, if your will has to be used after you die, then it's going to be used in probate. It can't be used outside of probate. Banks will not magically release your assets because your heirs or whoever presents a will. It doesn't work that way. Now, that's not to say that you have to have a trust. You have to have much more sophisticated planning. It just means that, understand that a will itself dictates who gets what and who gets to be in charge, but it doesn't eliminate the probate process. So, just an example, I've seen well-written wills drafted by attorneys with all good intentions, but the one thing that was not hammered home to the person who was signing this will was that this doesn't necessarily fix everything. It's not automatic. A will must be admitted by a probate judge in a probate administration. A probate administration, quick and dirty definition, is a court-supervised process wherein the courts oversee the administration of your assets, the payment of your debts, et cetera, et cetera. Probate court can be avoided almost 100% of the time if you take certain steps ahead of time, with your planning. Sometimes things will slip through the cracks and they'll have to be addressed in probate court, but there are a lot of, for 99% of Floridians, they can take steps to avoid probate. And, I should say this, probate is not a terrible process, but if you have a lot of creditors, if you have, the potential for dueling heirs, if your kids don't get along, if your spouse doesn't get along with your kids, if your second spouse doesn't get along with your first spouse and her kids or his kids, et cetera, it can get very complicated. Now, everybody should have a will, but everybody should also understand that sometimes there's a call for more sophisticated planning. So that's all I wanted to say today. Just, if you take nothing away from this video, just understand, just remember that I said a will does not avoid probate. All right? Y'all have a good day.